Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we welcome you all in our today's exclusive interview on breast cancer awareness and prevention. Today, for this exclusive interview, we have one of the eminent medical oncologists from Kolkata, Dr. Chanchal Goswami, who is working as a consultant medical oncologist at AMRI Hospital, Medica Super Speciality Hospital, and IRIS Multi Speciality Hospital, Kolkata. He has served as principal investigator in nearly 42 phase clinical trials till date and is a member of renowned bodies, namely American Society of Clinical Oncology, European Society of Medical Oncology, and International Association of Study of Lung Cancer. He has received training from Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai, and MD Anderson Cancer Hospital, Houston, Texas. We welcome you, Doctor, for this exclusive interview and thanks for sharing your valuable time with us today. What is breast cancer?
Well, breast cancer, like any other cancer, is uncontrolled growth of tissue in the breast. It can be primarily from the lobules, which is the milk-producing organ part of the breast, or it can be from the duct, which is called the ductal carcinoma, which is actually the ducts which bring the milk from the lobules into the nipple. So it is an uncontrolled growth by which the breast produces a tumor which is called breast cancer. And because breast is a very vascular organ and a lymph producing organ, it has the propensity to spread elsewhere as well, from the breast to the axilla and other parts of the body. So that's why breast cancer is so important for all of us.
What are the risk factors of breast cancer?
Well, there are multiple risk factors for breast cancer. The commonest being women is the most common risk factors because breast cancer is predominantly found in women, though 3% of all breast cancers are also found in male. Now, the other thing is that early menarche or late menopause is a common factor for breast cancer. Not able to produce child of their own is another risk factors. Not able to breastfeed the baby is another risk factors. Then, of course, the use of oral contraceptives and hormone replacement therapy in menopausal ladies and other risk factors. 15% of breast cancer runs in the family, especially in families where there are breast and ovarian cancer and they carry genes like BRCA1 and BRCA2, or BRCA1 and BRCA2 as we may call it. So these are certain risk factors of breast cancer. Apart from that, there are lifestyle causes like being obese, being a smoker, being an alcoholic also adds to the risk factor of breast cancer. So these are the primary risk factors of breast cancer.
What are the myths of breast cancer?
Well, myths of breast cancers are not separate from myths of cancer. So whatever we call as myths in cancer is also myths in breast cancer. Like if we do a biopsy, the breast cancer will clear and spread. This is the most common myth. The other thing is that all lumps in the breast are breast cancer. That is another myth. Actually, 90% of lumps in the breast are not breast cancers. They are benign breast tumors. Only 10% of lumps in the breast are cancers. But whenever you develop a lump, you must consult a doctor and make sure that it is not a malignancy. It is a benign breast tumor. Because treatment of benign breast cancer and malignant breast cancers are absolutely different. I think that is the commonest in breast cancer. So these are the usual myths of breast cancer. Of course, the other myths like being cancer, it is an infectious disease. These are usual myths of all cancers, and breast cancer is no exception.
What symptoms should she look for?
Well, primarily a lady should look for symptoms like change in shape, change in size of the breast, any lump which is obviously visible or palpable, she should look for whether there is any lumps or bumps in the axilla or in the neck or in the breast, whether there is any ulceration of the nipple or there is an abnormal discharge from the nipple that she must look for. So these are the commonest symptoms of breast cancer. And usually all these lumps in breast cancer are painless. Of course, in advanced breast cancer, you can have ulceration and fungation and pain. That's a different story. But what I'm talking about is early presentation of breast cancer.
How can she lower her risk of developing breast cancer?
Well, whatever I have said about the causes of breast cancer, these are the most important thing a lady should look for. Now, if she has family member, a mother or an aunt who's having breast cancer, and if she's carrying a BRCA1 gene, then she cannot lower that risk. But what she can lower is she can have her baby. She should not have a baby at a late age. She must breastfeed her baby. She may avoid taking oral contraceptive. She may avoid taking hormone replacement therapy in menopausal state. She may avoid being obese. She should go for regular exercises, keep her weight in check, avoid tobacco, avoid alcohol. So these are the risk factors which need to be. So most of it is lifestyle related. So if you can change and alter your lifestyle, you can cut down the risks of breast cancer.
What are the new screening guidelines for breast cancer?
Well, unfortunately, we do not have much screening guidelines as far India is concerned, but the most important thing is the American Society of Oncology, which has the American Cancer Society, which has got a screening guideline for breast cancer. And the major guideline is related to mammography. So if you are from 40 to 44 age, so you should do mammography. You should be given an opinion and you should take a concerned decision about whether you need to do mammography or not, and you should work out with your doctor. If you have a strong family member, family history of cancer, you should be doing mammography. But if you are from 45 to 54, you should be routinely doing mammography once every year. And if you are from 55 to the age of 75, you should be doing mammography routinely every 2 years. That's the guideline. Beyond 75 years, if you are healthy enough, you may continue to do mammography every 2 yearly. If you are not healthy enough, you may avoid doing mammography. Apart from this, you must do self-breast examination periodically and also do a clinical breast examination if you detect something by self-breast examination in your breast. So that is what I would suggest.
What is BSE and why it is essential?
Well, breast self-examination is one of the major ways of treating breast cancer, in the sense detecting breast cancer very early in the life. Now, breast self-examination is a procedure which is usually taught to common people about how to palpate their breast cancer while lying down, while taking a shower, or in front of the mirror. That's how it is done. Now, it is usually done as a part of breast cancer screening, and it is usually taught by clinical people to person because this doesn't cost, and patients or subjects can do their own breast palpation by doing a self breast examination. And it is one of the most common thing to do. And if a patient can detect breast lump at the earliest stage by doing a self examination, then they can seek medical advice at the earliest. So that's why it is an integral part of any breast cancer screening campaign.
What are the general treatments for breast cancer?
Well, in general, breast cancer treatment, if you look at it, it can be divided into surgical treatment, medical oncology, chemotherapy treatment, hormonal treatment, targeted therapy treatment, and radiation oncology. Now, every single breast cancer patient does not need all the treatments together. At the same time, a breast cancer patient cannot be treated by only one modality of treatment. So that means what I mean is a breast cancer patient needs surgery, may or may not require radiation, may or may not require chemotherapy, may or may not require hormonal therapy, may or may not require targeted therapy, but definitely will require after surgery either radiation or chemotherapy or hormonal therapy. So one or the other permutation combination has to be made for breast cancer treatment. So it's a multi-modality treatment. So that's the general treatment of breast cancer. Depending on the biological nature of the breast cancer, whether it is hormone receptor positive or whether it is HER2 positive or whether it is triple negative as we call it, there are treatments which are given to the breast cancer patient. But primarily, surgery is one of the mainstays of treatment in early breast cancer. In advanced breast cancer, it is usually treated by chemotherapy and hormone therapy or targeted therapy. And in locally advanced breast cancer or stage 3 breast cancer, usually it's a combination of all treatments together. So that's how, in general, is the guideline for breast cancer treatment in particular.
Can breast cancer be prevented?
Prevention of breast cancer is definitely a possibility because, as I said at the very outset, that majority of the causes of breast cancer are lifestyle disorders. So, if you can actually alter your lifestyles, as I have said, that completing a family quickly, breastfeeding the baby, not taking hormones for either contraception or as a replacement therapy, not indulging in alcohol or tobacco, and definitely being fit, not becoming obese. These are the ways to prevent breast cancer. What you cannot is the genetic risk you carry, which is in 15% of cases. And the other thing is that by prevention means we can go into a regular screening modality, as I said, which I have outlined as the screening guidelines. And even in screening, if you are detected with a breast cancer, which is at the very earliest stage, your cure rate is to the tune of 100%. So I think that is how you prevent breast cancer, by avoiding the risks and going into a regular screening workshop so that you can, even if it occurs, it can be detected at the earliest of stages.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for upgrading us with such valuable knowledge and surely help in spreading awareness for breast cancer and will surely make women aware about early detection of breast cancer.